Hello, welcome to Z Explains BG. I am Z. We're playing a 5-point match on Backgammon Hub against Olive Acaster. Good match to my opponent. Ooh, the little graphics change. The dice are a different color after they get played. It's the gray. Okay, I don't want to step into the attack there. Get punished anyways, and I hit her back. No, I do this with some 3 duplication. Well, at least you can't hit and make her 5 at the same time. At least. All right. Well, you should get reasonably cube this. I think. Yeah, we're definitely taking though. Maybe no doubles okay, given that I'm like still taking this. Yeah, definitely now. It seems like a decent try. Keeps her from making the 5 anyways. Okay, she's got a nice safe play. Good. Okay, another safe play, which she should avail herself of, I believe. And then, no, I don't know. I mean, there's some question about whether to move to the 18 point with the anchor or not. Put double pressure on the midpoint. On the other hand, I am down in the race quite a bit. Doesn't play great though if I want to keep both the mid and that 20 and the checker on the back point. So maybe it's a little bit of an argument for spending 2 of them here, because I can sort of keep everything for longer now. Well, I don't know if it worked out or not. I probably do want a 6 because it's getting a little scary in the backfield. And making the two might be okay here also. Yeah, okay, a pretty strong cube, I would say. Get a gamut here actually. I don't like the guy in the backfield. On the other hand, my board is like perfect. All right, I'm gonna drop. I think if I had rolled a 6, which would be like a good thing for me, and put the 3rd guy on the 18, I think that's like a good number, a good thing to do. But she still might have a pretty good cube. So with the problem of the back checker, it sort of convinced me to pass. I'm a little leery about leaving too many bluffs in the outfield where she's attacking me, although it would have duplicated 6-2. Okay, she probably would have tried something a little more aggressive there, but I don't know. Try this, hope to survive some 1 in 6 duplication. You should maybe make the 2 here. All right, now we're doing pretty good. I think I would be cubing this. Unless she makes me too good by playing 5-1 or something. Okay. Yeah, she's got to be a little careful about getting gammon at the score, so I don't know. All right, but I don't know how to play this. So the 5 is forced, weirdly. And then maybe I'm hitting her with the 4. Try to win a gammon. Good. Yeah, that could have been wrong. All right, I'm not sure about the tray. Sort of giving up on hitting this guy. Yeah, maybe 17-14 is sort of productive with the 3 also. Yeah, that's a tough play for me. Well, we'll take a look at the computer analysis afterwards. All right, may hit her with aces here, or hit her with 5-5, and then don't roll another 5-5. Oh, actually, here, yeah, it's not so bad. Excuse me. Well, if my only goal is to hit another checker, I do this. It's pretty bad spare though. So I'm gonna try this. This looks decent. Decent. Spares ended up in decent places. All right, it doesn't look like I'm clearing the 7 here. So and then you don't. So I've seen this before. I think you never prefer this structure to this structure when coming in against an ace point game. I think I made that mistake a long time ago, and then got like dinged for it, and then always remembered it. Even though I think there are like more blot numbers this way, including 5-5. Okay, 3. Well, I mean, this is a little shoddier than other plays, but I like the 3 builders for the ace for when she runs with a checker, and I like the diversity, and I like the extra gammons. Nice. No deuce. I think it might be this here. She's gonna worry a little bit about being backgammoned, and I like that. I like the fact that I'm down to 4 checkers. Although I don't know. I mean, actually, maybe not, because that's like she stays back, and I got like all sorts of double blot numbers. Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure, but that could go like either way, whether it's running to a rip or not. Like this would have been, if she had stayed back, if I'd done the other one and she stays back, this would have been a double blot number, for instance. Yeah, I think I did that correctly. Because I think she is, at least unless she rolls like really big, I think she is supposed to stay back there. Oh, this is bad. 5-1. Okay, so no gammon. Okay, so it's going to be, she's 4-way, I'm 3-way. I got to be very careful about taking gammonish cubes at the score. And in fact, I should be playing a little gammon save-ish so I don't let her get a gammonish position. But actually, I'm going to do this to sort of complicate the game a little bit. I guess a really strong player, I would run with the 6-4. You don't make the 2 there, because making the 2 sort of, I think it ups the gammons for you, which is sort of less valuable at the score. All right, let's hit her. She's going to hit me back. She should at least. Good play. Good guess. I keep going. I don't know. So diminishing returns, you know. Yeah, I would continue to swing away, I guess. But again, oh, don't give up the anchor. Yeah, it was a misclick. Yeah, you can play 20-14 if you wanted. I would probably hit though. Yeah, there's just no. Well, I guess I could make the 20, but yeah, I don't know. I don't want to give her a triple shot over here. I guess she kind of has it anyways. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Maybe making the 20 is a play there. Could be interesting game. You know, 6-4 here maybe. Bar 20, 6-4. Yeah, I probably would have done something different. We'll see if I'm hitting too often. I think if I hit her every single roll, except for the first one. Okay, now what? This is a kind of a bad roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep everything alive. It's only a quintuple. Yeah, 6-6 misses. Not that getting hit's a big deal. Yeah, I just didn't want to put a checker behind her anchors by playing 7-2 there. Okay. No, there's no good 3 on the board. I should keep my midpoint. I don't want to go to the ace point. So I guess I'm stuck doing this. Process of elimination. Does this do anything? Okay, makes the 10. If there's a million men back, I don't need to worry about being attacked. So this looks right. I mean, I don't know. She's supposed to really give up the deep anchor to hit me. So I don't mind leaving the triple shot as opposed to the double shot. It's not even that clear she should be hitting here, I think. I don't know. I mean, pretty reasonable to make the 3 and just hit later. But where your board is better. Okay, but she's going forward. She's, yeah, I guess maybe she had the right idea there. Because you got decent forward going chances. And then then when it fails, she just sort of falls back on her back game. They probably could play not to make the ace there. Six to three, 5-4 maybe. Great when missed. Not so bad when hit. Work. Bah. Yeah, there's no question about the ace there. Could move up in the backfield, but she does get to kind of swing away over there. Good. Yeah, all right, turning into sort of a normal holding-ish game. and 3. Oh, why not make? This seems weird. Like, why not make the 3 there? Oh, now she gets to make both of them. Now it's a little scary. Okay. Five, four. Do I run? Do I run with both? All right. It's way too dangerous to go. Okay. It's clean. Ooh, this is pretty bad. She's stuck giving up either her 6 or 5 points. This looks correct. She's up in the race though, so I don't think I have anything. I'm wondering a little bit about this, but it still doesn't look like anything to me. Because of the race and my board's a little crappy. And if she's forced to run here, say, or breaks her board anymore, maybe I can cube this now. Because, okay, like I have some good sequences where, like, I don't know, I roll like a 2-1 and then she runs off the anchor and then she's in big trouble. So I'm going to cube this and see what happens. I would not give it up as her. Okay, so this is like a good number. She rolls like a 6-1 here or something. Like I lose my market, I think. She can't even duplicate anything. I think with the blot in the outfield, I really don't want to get hit on the 5, so I'm going to do this. And then I assume it's this. All right, should be, I was going to say it should be fine here. Darn it, my take point is a huge pass. Yeah, my take point on the recube's 40%, so it's like, this is horrible. Assume I'm losing by a good margin, even though I got to check her off. I mean, maybe it's not huge, but I don't think I can take this. Okay. It looks like a lot of shots if I play 13 to 12. See, it's 4 9s and 2 11s. Yeah, nothing wrong with making the 3 there. Good. Yeah, bad number, I'd be cubing this. I mean, 3 away, 2 away, it'd be very aggressive. So it's possible I have something anyways. I feel like she rolled pretty good. Because I am winning. Got some threats where I hit her and make a good point and she rolls badly. So I don't know about this, but I'm going to send it at the score. 3 away, 2 away. Yeah, like I lost my market pretty big. Well, admittedly, it did take like a tremendous sequence to do it. Yeah, best building power this way. While I keep all the points. I think it's worth the risk. Okay, this does not connect. One thing I always tell beginners is even numbers go to the same color triangle. So she's got checkers on the white triangles, and she rolled an odd number. So I have my checkers on the white triangles also. So you immediately know there's no hit there. Well, 0 shots is sort of nice. Yeah, distribution's okay. Although actually double fives is a blot here. Not anymore, although double six is a blot. Yeah, I think she's supposed to do this and then 7. I believe this is a good play. I'll probably do this to myself. Phew. Because obviously her play, she gets attacked some, but I mean, the alternative is like staying back and like probably crunching badly next turn. She's already crunching. All right, well, getting it's not terrible here. I'm still a pretty big favorite. Yeah, if you have 8 checkers off and you get 1 checker closed out, and all your checkers are on your ace point, all your other checkers are on your ace point, say, that's about 50-50 cubeless. So I got 10 off, so it should be a pretty big favorite even with the gap on the ace. Good fact to know. Sometimes actually you get a like more than once in my life I've gotten to beaver somebody when they close out 1 checker, or they're threatening to close out 1 checker and I have like 8 checkers off. These are your favorite if you own the cube. Don't miss. Don't miss. Thank you. Okay, gotta do this. Play a little gammon save. She should hit and bring down the 4. Get a score reversed, you would hit and splits. This is probably second best at the score. But yeah, it's too thin on the 8 point. Doesn't necessarily win more gammons than like threatening to make your 5, I think. Safer. Yeah, nothing wrong with 10-5. Ooh. Yeah, that's a pretty big blunder there. The 5 point and key, not putting the checker down there is a lot more important than the anchor, especially at the score, but for money also. This and this, or this and this, because I'm up in the race so much, or make the 4 points in something. Yeah, I mean 18-14 is more thematic for the race, but it looks hard to bring that home. This structure is like so much better. 4, 5, 4, 6 is sort of duplicated here. And there's 1 less shot. 6-6 if she hits me and I get a shot at her. Oh, 3. Oh no, it's not 1 less shot. 3. I didn't see 3-3. Not that it's like that big a deal. The dice have a funny way of showing you what you miss sometimes, you know. Go back and make your, ooh. Okay. I see what she was focused on keeping these blocking points. That's what she was thinking. All right, this is 4 shots. This is only 2 shots. Wrong 10. Maybe, I don't know, maybe was there some value in staying back there? She's often, putting a checker in my outfield. I mean, she was pretty happy to hit with a 6-4, though. Yeah, probably I should have stayed back there. Didn't, well, I don't know. It's close. Okay, let me start up XG and we'll take a look at some of these decisions. Oh, she says, well played, thank you. No, we'll see what the stupid computer says. Feel like there was a bunch of unclear stuff in there. Okay, I did play a 2. Yeah, I played decently according to GNU. Let's open this up. Sorry, let me just grab the match. Good. Okay, I'm on the bottom, she's on the top. Oh, she did miss a couple of cubes in there. Yeah. They're somewhat close though. Yeah, definitely would have scooped those up. So what did I do? Okay, so I made one double. Oh, I made one take pass blunder and one doubling blunder. Interesting. Really? Oh, is that 40% take position to take? I guess. Huh. I guess I was looking at it all wrong. Okay, the 2-2. Okay, yeah, the 2-2. Right, yeah, here it's a little. This play can be tough, right? Whether to keep the 20 point or move up to the 18 point with the 2-2. I mean, the 20 points you get more long-term contact because you're further back, but the 18 points you're putting like double pressure on your opponent's midpoint. So it can go either way. Here, I just didn't like how it played if I kept all the back checkers where they were. So that's why I did this. Turns out it's pretty close. I guess you're putting a lot more pressure on the 11 point if you stay all the way back, And down in the race, the race is often a factor there. Where you're down in the race a bunch, you prefer the further back anchor. Oh no, this one. No, I was looking. The other one's fine. Yeah, this one's the blunder. I see. Yeah, I don't know. My gut impulse was I was going to take this, but the more I looked at it, the more I was thinking, well, the back checker's a bit of a liability, I thought. So I don't know where my reasoning went wrong. She's up 36 pips. My board's like perfect. Her timing's a little bad in the sense that she's going to have to give up an outfield point at some point. like, what threw me off was, say I roll like a 6-5 in this, instead of rolling a 3-3 like I did in this position, say I roll a 6-5, I think I'm supposed to run from the back, aren't I? Or do you bring 2 down? Yeah, no, you run from the back. In fact, if you bring 2 down, it's a drop, according to the computer. So that's interesting. Like, this is very similar to the position I took. And the computer wants to pass this because the board is in worse shape. And I might be hitting her right away. There's not that many blot numbers though, right? 6-5, 6-4, 6-3. Oh, 6-3, 6-5, 6-3 are blot numbers. 6-2, 6-1 are fine. Probably there's some 5s that are bad too, like 5-4, 5-3, 5-2. 5-2 is a blot number also. 5-1, yeah. So the fact that, like, what I was thinking was, like, the fact that I rolled 3-3 here and did that and didn't get the 6 I wanted to run with meant that, oh, this guy's a liability back there, which is true, I guess. But no, it's not enough of a liability to make it a pass. Yeah, a little surprising. But like I said, I guess there's a bunch of blot numbers here. I guess my perfect structure. I don't know. Okay, I wants to play so obviously covering with the 6. It wants to play 13-9 rather than come under the gun of this attack. Well, White has the kind of a low blitzy point in the board made. This makes sense. Yeah, this one I should get correct. Sort of standard. I mean, it's standard. I mean, sometimes splitting is going to be correct with a 4, like in similar situations. Sometimes bringing it down. Here, because she has the nice builder and the low point in her board made, these are incentives to, and the race isn't great for me. So these are incentives to err in the more of a priming approach rather than like a splitting and running approach. So yeah, I should have gotten that one right. Good, didn't leave extra blots here. Yeah, she should make her. Oh, she should hit twice. Although making her 2 is better than making the 2s is better than what she did. I punish her, and then I get a pretty strong cube, which she correctly takes. Okay, good. Yeah, normally I probably wouldn't hit 6-2 here, but the 4 just doesn't play well. 13-8 is actually forced here with the 5, and then you have a choice of 4s. Like, I mean, 17-13 is productive, but then you're leaving a big shot on the 8 point at a time when you could hit her while she has a blot in her board. Yeah, I wasn't sure about the. Oh yeah, okay, fine. So obviously you're covering with the 4, and then you have a choice of 3s. I was thinking, oh, okay, get the guy going in the backfield. And that does win the most. But you would like, if she dances, you don't want to stay back and maybe hit with an ace here. Also, 17-14 is kind of productive, which I saw sort of after I did my play and picked up my dice. Like 17-14 is productive in the sense that it connects with the guy on the 8 point. So if you get hit there, you get extra return shots. And if you don't get hit there, you often get to make the 8 points. Decent assets. So I feel like I maybe could have gotten that one right also, if I thought about it correctly. Oh, great 5-5. Yeah, 3-2. Again, it wants to hang back a little, try a little more to hit another checker, but 4-2 is pretty bad, so it's close. Yeah, 5-1, right? 8-2 is like always. I think this structure is like always wrong compared to this structure when coming in against an ace point game. If there's an exception, I'd like to see it. like I mentioned, I did this once because 6-4 is safe and 5-5 is safe, right? Which is not true after this play. But you often want to come in with your 6-point stripped. In other words, just 2 checkers on the 6-point, so you can clear it. So you can clear it easily while you still have good spares. And you don't want these sort of inner board stripped points. That might lead to trouble down the line. I know this is just one sequence, but say you roll like a 5-1 here and clear the 7. You got the stripped 5-point where like you have to play your 5s from the 5, so it could get awkward. Like if you roll 5-4 as a blot number, for instance, after like 5-1 5-4 leaves a blot for black. Okay, so I assume this is all correct. 7-6. 7-6 might actually be in play if the board. Well, maybe she had two. Maybe she had 2 checkers. 2 checkers on the 1. You could play 7-6, or maybe you also need a blot in her board to do that. Like the position I was thinking of was like this: 6-1 here. Win a lot more. You win a bunch of gammas if you play 7-6 and she rolls a 6. It is better when she doesn't roll a 6 than 3-2. So probably I do play 7-6 here, especially at the score where gammons are more valuable. Like okay, so she rolls like a 6-4 or something, and then you get a shot at this guy, and you can close out 2 or 3 checkers sometimes. Yeah, 7-6 is correct here. But I guess it doesn't make much sense when she has 3 checkers on the ace point. Or makes less sense anyways. Okay, but anyways, I do get to clear the 7 nicely. And I think she eventually hits me. Oh, right, I had that one play decision where I hit her with the deuce. Okay, good. You're hitting, hitting both. It does okay for the win, and it wins more gammons. Why is it so close? Wait, what? What I'm looking at is, I don't get this. Oh, okay, I see it. Okay, I see it now. Okay, I was looking at the numbers, the cubeless numbers here, and I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it's right only by a tiny margin to hit, but it wins like a lot more gammons. So like, why wouldn't it be right by a lot? This play wins more backgammons, of course, right? Because she stays back a lot, and then I can gambit her with a big double. So that's what's going on there. But yeah, my play is obviously a lot safer. If your only goal is not to be hit, you want this position because she just usually gets just one shot at you. If she misses, she comes in high. Here she's hanging back a lot, and I might leave 2 blots if I roll like even like a 4-3 next turn. Yeah, so in a score where like backgammons are super valuable, like 3 away, 1 away Crawford, I guess you do rip 2 there. Yeah, you gotta be kind of on the ball to find these plays for the right reason, or like even like 6 away, 2 away or something, which might actually be the same. Yeah, that's sort of the same score as 3 away, 1 away Crawford. Yeah, you rip 2 there. So that's a little tricky, right? I mean, you gotta think precisely about this stuff. Seems like such like an innocuous play, but these subtleties can change the correct play. This is why backgammon is like so interesting and so hard. There's no like hard and fast rules, right? That's all like it's just like 95% subtleties, that you gotta think about correctly on tough plays, anyways. So I end up winning. I guess I get. Yeah, she dances, she hits me, and then I end up winning a single game. Yeah, 5-1. Well, 5-1's an awful roll. Oh, is this a crazy game with a million men back? Okay, a 5-4. You definitely hit here. Definitely hit here. Okay. Oh, and then the 5-2. Ah, 5-2. Okay, so it stops the madness here, or at least it's borderline. Right, just luck. Well, she's gonna get a second anchor almost certainly if I hit her anyways. So sending the sixth man back isn't that important. And I'm not. And if I make the 20, it sort of keeps it from building. As much as like hitting does, I would say. So it turns out it's pretty close. Against a weaker player, maybe you want to lengthen the game, give yourself more decisions. Okay, here I guess there's not a good alternative. Yeah, here I would probably make the second anchor, or third anchor. Oh, 6-1 squared. Yeah, I didn't really consider making the 1 here. Putting the checkers behind the anchors. I don't like this. I don't mind this. This is okay. Still maintain like okay building power. But I don't know. I'm getting hit no matter what I do, so keep everything alive this way. Yeah, I wouldn't have mind making the 20 here if there was some productive 3, but there's just not. It's not that important to make the 20 point as opposed to the 22 when she has a million men back. Finally, a productive play, semi-productive play here, which I play incorrectly. It does look like, it did feel like kind of an okay number. Computer thinks it's like a little bad. Okay, so what do? I make the 4 point because I got to spend them somewhere, and then put a checker in the outfield. Seems okay. So what does the computer do? Oh, it's preferring. I see. So it's sort of a similar play in that there's a blot in the outfield, but it trades the 4 point for it trades the 10 point for the 4 point, or I guess the other way to look at it. My play gave up the 10 point to make the 4 point. The computer say, look, keep the 10 point, keep the outfield blocking points, block her horribly on 3-3. And claim that the 10 has more value than the 4 here. One bad thing about this is you got to play 8-2, which you don't really want to do. As opposed to this, and there's probably other stuff too. All the computer's top choices keep the 10 point though, as opposed to the 4 point. I guess the structure where you do want to kind of constrain all those checkers, which I guess that makes some sense. And after the computer's play, say, I don't know, if she chooses not to hit with like 2-1, say, maybe you still have like decent chance to make more structure. I play, I don't know, you fill in the 4 point once and for all. But it's a little hard to make some structure, additional structure later. All right, so here, okay, wants to come in low and play 6-4. Supposed to coming in high and getting hit sometimes, I guess. I guess that's why the computer's averse to this. Okay, she does hit me. Oh no, it does like making the 1 here. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I would have done this. I mean, tactically it makes sense because I have the blot in her outfield, right? So she wants me to dance or come in with some number that doesn't safety this guy, and then actually get like a decent attack going. Just positionally, this makes more sense with 4 checkers back. with a lot of checkers back here, you want to maintain a pure front position. But no, the computer says no, tactics prevail here. It does win more gammons. Wins it and loses more gammons, which I guess makes is sort of a good thing at the score for her. I'm desperately trying to escape. Okay, good. It does like this. As opposed to bar 22 letting her swing away at me. Okay. Okay. Okay, she should make the 3 here. I don't know why she didn't. Oh, I see. She was thinking about stepping up with the 5. Stepping up with the 2 to get this guy ready to spring. This structure's kind of bad on the home front, though. I do kind of agree that she wants to check her on the 22 and not the 20, though, because she's all out of time. You know, she wants to get that guy running. Plus, I could attack her on the 3. And then this seemed odd. Yeah, why not leave the 3 shot instead of a 1 shot, and then make your 3 point from this big stack here. And I have more 9s. I have 9s that hits. Okay, and nothing better here. Although it doesn't mind 13 to 7, 8 to 3. 13 to 7, 8 to 3, leaving a duplicated 2 shots for better home field structure when missed. Yeah, good roll for her. 6, 4, 3, 1 as opposed to, I'm not sure I saw this. Yeah, I would have done this had I seen this. So obviously you're spending 2 of them by making the 11, and then playing 6 to 4. And then I play 4 to 2 for some reason, but it makes it a little hard to cover stuff, you know, and put the checker on the 2 point to use. So yeah, so why wouldn't I do this? I don't get this. Maybe I just didn't see it. It's a lot easier to like put a 4. It's like easier to put a 4 point board together now, and sort of the checkers sort of stay more alive. I mean, my play does keep the 3 point slotted, which is okay. Okay. Oh, it's not gonna like my cube this game. $20.16. Oh no, this is her play. Like I don't have. I mean, she's winning the race, and it has 4 point board. My board's all messed up, so I don't double there. I don't double here for the same reasons. But now she's got a 3 point board. I guess my board's still a little underdeveloped, but I mean, I'm doing pretty good here, I thought. I mean, maybe this is a little score-based. Like, is this a money double, but not a double at 3-away, 4-away? Didn't seem like that gammonish, though, so shouldn't make a huge difference. So at the scores, no double by .078, according to plus. For money, it is closer. So the score does have a bit of an effect here. Yeah, maybe because she gets like really powerful recubes a lot of the time. Because my take point is so high. So maybe that's what's going on. Yeah, maybe that's the way to think about it. Like what threw me off a little bit. Say you have a holding game where you're way up in the race. Like she's playing a holding game where you're way up in the race, but she might have a money take because there's like enough contact or something. I don't know. Something like this, or this is the money. Say the money eval. It's take by .082. Okay, so this seems reasonable, right? Money position, double take. You're up in the race, but that means your timing is bad. So I don't have that much time to play within the outfield before I have to give something up. At 3-way, 4-way, maybe this is a pass. Because her recubes come after she hits me, and then she's near 100. She's like she's like near 100% in the game, say, after hitting me. So she's not getting, in those cases, she's not getting a ton of value from her like her recubes, which are normally very powerful at the score. So stuff that's take for money can be passes when the 3-away doubles 4-away in like a holding game. And see, the score effect is not small here. So what's going on in a more mathematical sense is her cubeless take point is very high at this score. 3-away doubling 4-away. Ignoring gammas, ignoring recubes. The take point is above 30%. It might even be like 30. Yes, see, it's 34% is the take point. 3-way doubling 4-way. But the thing is, that doesn't tell a lot of the story, because the recubes are so powerful. And it brings the take point down tremendously when you have a position that you're going to get like a decent recube, an efficient recube in at some point. This position, White's not getting an efficient recubes for the reason I explained. Like a lot of the times when the game gets turned around is because she hit a shot, and therefore is not getting a ton of value from the recubes when she's recubing when she's near 100%. Compared to this position, where I double her early, maybe she's a lot more likely to get a decent recube after, say, hitting me, or just picking up in the race or something. That said, I think this is a little stronger than the computer thinks. Like it's closer to a double. I think it's still not a double. Anyways, I do get a good sequence, and then I did lose my market pretty big after the perfect sequence I got. And then I do hit her, pick up the blots. Okay, stay back to try to hit this other checker, both for the gammon and to take her out of the race. She enters right away, and then see, I'm 25%, but it is some huge pass. You got to know your take points in these short matches. Like it's a pretty solid take for money, and you can figure that out if you're smarter than me. But if you don't know your take points, that's useless, right? If you don't know your take points 40% at the score, you're going to make a huge blunder here. All right, so 2-1 here. You're obviously making the 11 point with the 2, and then the computer does want to kind of keep things spread out a little bit. For building acceptable, it's saying it's acceptable risk. 6 shots is acceptable risk here for the great building power, as opposed to what I did. This ace isn't that great, I guess. At the time I didn't think it was worth the 6 shots, but apparently the computer thinks it clearly is. And actually second best according to the computer is actually the slot, duplicating some point making numbers on the other side of the board, really gaining when the opponent misses. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't double this for money or 0-0 in a long match, but 3-away, 2-away, there's a lot of incentives to double. So, like in other words, I need 3 points to win the match. She needs 2 points to win the match. So her take point's a little elevated. She has no recube vig, and gammas only go one way after I cube her. Anyways, I'm coming around nicely. 6-3. Okay, so I leave her 0 shots here, which the computer likes. I should have thought about this. After I picked up the dice, I was like, 6-5, 6-2 is a play. Because 0 shots again, and 5-5 is surprisingly safe. and the distribution is really nice. So yeah, that's better than my play. 5-5 is safe, but 6-6 is a blot. Yeah, actually, after the computer's play, 6-6 is a blot. But 0 shots, as opposed to 2 shots. A good play here. At least running in some fashion is correct. I don't know why. Oh, the computer's thinking about the gammon. That's why. Best for the win is the opponent's play, making the 2 obviously. But yeah, you don't. Well, maybe this isn't even a real play, but like even so 6-4. What did she roll a 6-4? So she's got like a productive. She's got a productive stay back play. But she cracks tremendously next turn. So I think it's right to run if she rolls a 6-4 here is what I'm thinking. That would be a more interesting play though. Like obviously she's opening herself up to like an attack if she runs with a 6-4. But I think it's worth it to sort of guarantee that she doesn't have to crunch her board horribly. Yeah, that is the right reasoning. I think a lot of people do this and just hope, so you never get attacked and then you hope to roll maybe a 6 next turn and you have a nice board. But yeah, usually I think you go in similar situations. Here maybe it goes the other way. That's too scary to run with 1, right? I know it's still here. This is a little surprising. This is how much that concept matters, right? Even here you go. This is surprising to me though. So staying back does win more, but you get gammoned quite a bit more by staying back, apparently. This is the same game, right? Yeah, the same game. Oh yeah, she does eventually hit. Yeah, you can see I'm still a pretty big favorite here. You gotta be a little cognizant if you roll like a 5-1 here, for instance. I see people play bar 19. You gotta think about filling in the gap with a 5-1, which would be correct here. 5-5-2 is a little more questionable maybe, because spending 2 pips there and a crossover. Not that the crossover matters. Yeah, this was bad. This is good. A 4-4. Oh, 13-9-8-4, staying all the way back. I did see this play. Let's see what else. Okay, so the computer actually does want to stay all the way back and do this, even at the score. Sort of building the best home field structure, really putting a lot of pressure on white. Well, there's this huge board, there's this huge board strength disparity. Yeah, no, this play does make a lot of sense. Like, okay, so I'm up in the race. I was thinking, oh, okay, I should probably play 22-18 with one of them, with 2 of them, and then think about the other 2. But yeah, it's not like these guys are like stuck back there, like they would be if she had her 5-point or something, Like here, maybe you do get the backman going. Okay, so that was a bad play. And then in fact, after you make the 18, the computer does want to keep going. Just play for the race, as opposed to building the nice structure. But that's the closer decision. Oh, 13-12. Oh right, yes, 4 shots either way. I thought it was 3 shots. Okay, hit her of course. 5-5. Often when your opponent's anchored on the 3, you prefer the you prefer the 9 to the 4, but it doesn't play great. And mostly I'm not concerned with blocking her. Mostly I'm just concerned with coming home safely due to the huge race lead. So I fill in the 4 points. Good. Yeah, I should stay back here in case she rolls a 6 or a 4, so I can hit her. Fine. I would have done that for money. If game was counted, I would do that, but I would have found that play. Good. Yeah, a little safer duel. You can play 4 to 1 here after ripping. It's a little safer to strip it down like so than have the spare here. Mainly because of the blot numbers on the next roll. It's more blot numbers here, including no, I was gonna say including 3-3, but no, 3-3 is safe here. But 6-6-5-5, 6-6-5-5 are safe here. Of course, it would be decent to fill in the 1 point, I guess. But everything kind of wins, so it's no big deal. All right, well, that was a good match. So where was my blunders? Oh, just Q blunders. So this is like a decent double for money, but not at the score. I mean, it's probably not. Oh well, I don't know. You could roll it to be a double for money, but it's only a close double for money. And the fact that she gets tremendous recubes in, and I'm sort of diminishing the value of my gammas a little bit by doubling, means you shouldn't double at the score. And then what was the other thing? Oh, the other thing, yeah, I don't know about this one. I wonder if this is stronger than the computer thinks for white. Because this looked a little scary, but with the computer wants to take due to the gray structure and the somewhat blotty white position. Is maybe a little stronger for white, maybe. But still a pretty big take. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe most people are taking this. Anyways. Alright, well, anyways, I gotta take off. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of this, and I will see you next time.